Hello and welcome back to Mama Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu and we have our December series here for you. This is the first one. We're going to be focusing on Dharana today. So we're working on the 8 limbs of yoga, the last 3 branches of these 8 limbs. And we're going to be cultivating our ability to really focus in on what matters inside of us, focus in on the creative self, focus in on the spiritual self, focus inward so that we can expand outward and find a sense of bliss, a sense of flow, a sense of movement with the universe. So in this Dharana practice, we're going to choose a focus. We're going to bring our focus down to the soles of our feet, practice our balance, and get grounded down into the earth. So I invite you to utilize a wall, bring along a chair, do what you need to. If you know that your balance practice is just that, it's a practice and you're developing it and you don't feel too confident yet, that's all good, it's beautiful. But utilize a wall, utilize a chair, bring along what you need for this practice. So thank you for being here. Let's jump on the mat and have some fun. I'll see you there. All right, so for this practice, we're going to start down on the ground, really feeling our sits bones ground down to the earth. And I invite you to come to bound angle. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your hands to your ankles, your shins, it doesn't really matter. Create a lot of space in this diamond from your heel to your groin so that you feel nice and comfortable and your thighs and your knees can relax down and away. And then we're going to relax our shoulders away from our ears, let ourselves settle in. And while we start to listen to the sound of our breath, we're going to bring our thumbs to the inside of our feet and start to give ourselves a nice massage. So while you do this, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze, or maybe you just stare at your thumbs as they slowly massage the arch of your feet and make their way up to the knuckles of your toes, and maybe you crack your toes a little bit. But start to see if you can become absorbed in how your feet feel. How are your feet doing today? How do they look? How cold are they? What is their temperature? Do you have really warm feet? Do you want to rub your ankles a little bit? Do you then rub the tops of your feet? And start to feel into that foot area, giving yourself some love here. Maybe you take both hands to one foot for a moment, give it a nice rub. And maybe you close your eyes and allow yourself to feel into that. Just notice what's going on. And then I invite you to deepen the breath, taking nice long inhales in through the nose and long exhales out through the mouth. 2 more breaths. Nice deep breath in. And that long breath out. Last one. Nice deep breath in. And a long breath out. Now come to stillness, grabbing onto your ankles or your toes or your shins. Sit up nice and tall. Feel the sensation in your feet. Maybe there's a little bit of buzzing. Maybe there's some more heat. Relax your shoulders down and away. Feel into that grounding space and just make a little promise to yourself, a little intention here that as we move through this practice today, you're going to do your best to keep that focus down on the soles of your feet. Experience this practice from the soles of your feet, developing that ability to bring in focus. Now, as you contemplate that, we're going to send the legs out long. I'm going to turn so that you can see me better. Just bringing your hands behind you, leaning back nice and easy. And we're going to rotate the ankles now. One way and then the other. Maybe you play with it a little bit. Maybe you feel an internal and then an external rotation with the legs as you do so. Just rotate those ankles a little bit. One more breath here to feel into it. Lovely. Then when you're ready and in your time, we're going to take it forward onto all fours, finding our tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hip points. You're going to keep the toes curled under here. And as you're ready, we're going to inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift through the crown. And on an exhale, you're going to round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine, push into your toes, and lift your sits bones up towards the sky. Feel into your feet. Maybe the heels ground down, maybe they don't. Inhale, knees come back down to the earth. We drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift through the crown. Maybe you wag your tail. Exhale, round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine, push into the toes, send the sits bones up high and back. Melt your heart towards your thighs. Inhale, knees come down, nice gentle landing. Drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, round it through and send the sits bones up high and back. Last one. Inhale, knees make a soft landing. Belly drops, heart shines forward. And on an exhale, we round it through, curl it up, send those sits bones up high and back. Find the downward dog. This time, we're staying here for a breath or two, so start to walk your dog, as they say, stretching out through the backs of the legs, bending one knee and then the other. Really grounding down into your fingertips and your knuckles, feeling into your toes and your feet. Maybe you keep up on your toes and really emphasize your tailbone shining up towards the sky. Maybe you practice dropping your heels a couple of times and lifting them back up. Beautiful. One more breath here. Exhale out. Nicely done. Bend the knees. Belly comes to the tops of the thighs. We inhale to look forward and we exhale to journey to the top of the mat. Nice baby steps as you come all the way forward and find yourself in a forward fold. Feet are hip width distance apart. When you arrive here, allow yourself to enjoy this. Really ground down through your feet. In fact, lift all of your toes and then set them down one at a time, starting with your pinky toe, and really ground down. Notice what's happening in your feet. Feet are parallel, toes are shining forward. We're letting the head grow heavy, the neck grow loose. Perhaps we're bending our knees and draping the belly over the thighs. Maybe we clasp opposite elbows. We take that breath in and we take a nice long breath out. Beautiful. Release the fingertips, bend the knees, drop the hips, and slow as you can go, roll it up to mountain. Nice and slow, really grounding down into your feet. Push into your heels as you gently rise on up to mountain, lifting all the way up from your feet up to the crown. Eventually you rise, roll the shoulders away from the ears, shine the palms forward, get your center underneath you. Deep breath in. Exhale, maybe you close your eyes, tag some weight in your fingertips, feel down through the bottoms of your feet. Beautiful. Now with eyes open or closed, I invite you to lean all the way forward into your toes. Feel what it's like to lean forward. Transfer your weight to your toes. Then take that weight to the right side. Can you lean to the right? Keeping your feet grounded, but feeling that weight on the right. Then transfer your weight back to your heels. Ooh, feel what that feels like. And then bring it around to the left. Lean to your left. Nice. And then come all the way back to center. Find that central standing, that 4-part standing where you're grounding down through your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound, and the back two corners of your heels, feeling the whole body ground down through your feet. Now, if your balance practice is such that it's just developing, I invite you here to grab onto the back of your chair, or maybe reach your fingertips out to the wall next to you. And we're going to roll those shoulders away from the ears. We'll find soft knees and we'll inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky, really reach, reach, reach. Exhale, palms are coming together and floating down to the heart. Nice. Transfer your weight to your right foot. Beautiful. Maybe you take your right hand and grab onto your chair or reach out to your arm and slowly begin to peel up with the left knee and the left heel. So you can stay here, lifting and lowering the leg, playing with your balance, finding somewhere to focus your gaze upon, really feeling down through that right foot and lifting up out of the right hip crease. Try not to crash there. If you'd like more, interlace your fingertips, catch onto that left knee and hug it up towards your chest. Relax those shoulders down and away, lift up out of that right hip crease, feel down through that right foot. Maybe one hand is on the wall or on a chair, and maybe we begin to rotate that left ankle, just feeling through that foot, taking a moment here to play with the balance. One more breath. Beautiful. Gently set the left foot down. Bring feet back to hip width distance apart. Reset yourself. Let go of your chair or the wall. Relax the shoulders down. Find soft knees and inhale to reach. Exhale, palms come together and once again float down to the heart. Engage your glutes. Get your center underneath you. Maybe your left hand reaches out to your chair or to your wall. We begin to transfer our weight to our left foot and slowly begin to peel up with that right leg. Right knee lifts towards the chest. We find ourselves something to land our gaze upon. Maybe we play here, or maybe we interlace the fingertips, grab onto that right knee and hug it up towards the chest. Once again, lift up out of that left hip crease, ground down through that left foot. Try not to claw through the toes. See what you can do there. Maybe rotate that right ankle. You got it. One more breath. Beautiful. Gently set that right foot down. Feet are hip width distance apart, toes pointing forward. We find soft knees and we inhale to lift. Listen carefully. We're going to grab the left wrist with the right hand, bump the hips to the left, take the fingertips to the right. Ground down through both feet. Try to keep them both grounded. Inhale, come back through center, reach the fingertips high, and exhale, grab the right wrist with the left hand, bump the hips to the right, take the fingertips to the left. Inhale, come back through center, release the fingertips, bring the palms together, slice it down the midline, find a forward fold. Beautiful. This time, when you arrive, enjoy that forward fold once again. Bring your palms maybe underneath your feet. If your anatomy works this way, if your forward fold can happen this way, toes up towards the wrists. Maybe you give your wrists a little massage with your toes. Maybe it's just your fingertips that are tucked under. Maybe you're just reaching for that floor and having to bend those knees. So remember, in that forward fold, you can bend your knees generously. This could be your forward fold. This could be your forward fold. Find where it works for you. One more breath. Release the fingertips if you took that version. Beautiful. We're going to ground down through the right foot, step the left foot back, find it in a 45-degree angle, ground down through that left heel, bend the right knee, reach the fingertips forward, up and back, rise on up into a warrior one. So bend right nice and generously through that right knee, ground down through that left leg, nice and straight, lift the fingertips up, pull back with the torso, deep breath in. Exhale, palms come together and float down to the heart. Nice. Go ahead and straighten through that right leg. Stand up nice and tall. Feel that stretch in that left hip crease. Engage the glutes. Deep breath in. Exhale, find a forward fold. Come down nice and slowly, sending the sits bones back towards the back edge of your mat. Your crown forward. We're finding a halfway lift here. Feeling that stretch in the back of the right leg. Both feet are grounded down nice and firm. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. We take a deep breath in here. And on the exhale, we bring the fingertips down to the earth. Bend that right knee if you need to. Then we're walking those fingertips off of the left side of our mat, dialing the right toes in, adjusting the left foot so that both feet are parallel to the short edge of the mat, and allow our forehead to bow down. Find your version of forward fold here. Breathe nice and deep. Feel that stretch on the inside of the legs. Beautiful. Then we're going to ground down through our fingertips, come to a halfway lift position, gazes straight down, deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to bend that right knee as much as you can, coming onto the toes of the right foot perhaps, and perhaps sending the left toes up towards the sky. Lifting your body up, your torso up so that you're in an upright position, finding a side lunge. Beautiful. Plant the palms, inhale, come back to center, finding your forward fold. And on an exhale, bend the left knee. Come onto the left toes, perhaps. Maybe you don't come down this far. Right toes shine up towards the sky. You come to your fingertips, lift your chest. Beautiful. Inhale in. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Beautiful. On your next inhale, ground down through the fingertips, straighten through that left leg, come back to your forward fold. Hands come to the waistline. We rise on up, find our tall, wide-legged Tadasana. Dial the left toes in, the right toes forward. Adjust your stance so that you are once again in Warrior One. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Really lift, 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 lift. And exhale, float the fingertips all the way down to the earth. Come onto the toes of the left foot. Find buoyancy in the left knee. And when you're ready, launch off of those left toes. Lift the left leg up towards the sky, grounding down through your fingertips, finding yourself in a standing splits. Bow your forehead towards your knee, maybe. Maybe you're holding on for dear life here. One more breath, deep breath in. Exhale, that left foot comes down to meet the right. Both feet really come together. And as you're ready, we root to rise. Send the arms wide, lift all the way up. Find your Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Nicely done. Relax those shoulders down and away. Get your center underneath you. Once again, we're going to transfer our weight to our right leg. Maybe we grab the wall or our chair, and we lift up with that left knee. So once again, you can play here. This is gorgeous. If you want to expand, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Maybe you stay up nice and tall here, opening through that left thigh. Maybe you bend the right knee, send the sits bones back towards the back edge of your mat, and begin to sink down, finding your pigeon pose. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Press the palms together at the heart. Ground down through that right foot. Hand can be on the chair, can be on the wall. Find your balance. Beautiful. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. On your next inhale, slowly rise on up. Release that left foot to the earth. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Really reach, reach, reach. Maybe you find a back bend. Exhale, palms come together. We slice it down the midline. Find our forward fold.
Nicely done. Inhale for a halfway lift. Slide your palms to the tops of your thighs. Find your figure 7 shape with your body. Soft bend in the knees. Hug the navel to the spine. Roll the shoulders away. Exhale, bow it down. Root to rise. Send the arms wide. Come all the way up. Exhale, palms float together, down to the heart. Nicely done. Let's take it to the other side. Soft knees. Inhale to reach. Exhale, come all the way down to your forward fold. Feel what's happening in those feet. Inhale for a halfway lift this time. Find that figure 7 shape. Exhale to bow it down. Fingertips come to the mat. Step the right toes back. Ground down through that right heel. Right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Reach the fingertips forward, up and back. Lift on up into a warrior 1. Go through your checklist. Bend generously through that left knee. Straighten through that right leg. Hips are shining forward. Fingertips reach. On your next exhale, palms come together and they float down to the heart. Ground down through both feet. Beautiful. As you're ready, straighten through that left leg. Nice and tall with your pyramid pose here. Lift, lift, lift. Engage the glutes. Deep breath in. Exhale, send the crown forward, the tailbone back. Find a nice halfway lift position here. Hugging the navel to the spine. Really feeling that stretch in the back of the left leg. Rolling those shoulders actively away from the ears. Nice deep breath in. And on an exhale, you can bend through that left knee, bring the fingertips down to the earth. We walk the fingertips off of the right side of the mat, dial the left toes in, position both feet so that they are parallel to the short edge of the mat, and find your forward fold. Take a moment here, take a breath. Maybe you sway, maybe you clasp opposite elbows. Feel down through your feet. One more breath here. Then we bring the fingertips to the mat. We find a halfway lift position here. Beautiful. Then we're bending through the left knee this time, coming down all the way as much as we can, coming onto the toes of that left foot, maybe shining the right toes up towards the sky. Lift up through the torso. Find a half toe stand here. Side lunge. Beautiful. Inhale in. Exhale out. Ground down through the fingertips. Straighten that left knee. Come back up to your forward fold. Reset. Deep breath in. Exhale. Bend through the right knee. Come onto the toes of the right foot. Send the left toes up towards the sky. Lift the torso. Push down into your fingertips. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. Nicely done. Slowly push into your palms or your fingertips. Come back through center, finding your forward fold. Hands come to the waistline. We slowly rise on up. Find our way to a tall, wide-legged Tadasana. Dial the left toes towards the top edge of the mat. Dial the right toes in. Shuffle our feet so that we find our way back to those warrior 1 legs. Inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Really reach, reach, reach. Exhale, float the fingertips down. They kiss the earth. We come onto the toes of the right foot. Find buoyancy in the right leg. And on an inhale, we lift that right leg up towards the sky, finding ourselves in standing splits. Maybe you rotate that right ankle. Maybe you bow the forehead towards the knee. Try to level off the hips. Feel how that feels. Deep breath in. Exhale, right foot comes down to meet the left. We find ourselves in a forward fold. Ground down through the heels. Spread the arms wide. Come all the way up to that beautiful Tadasana. Maybe you find a bit of a back bend. Exhale, palms come together and float down to the heart. Nice. Beautifully done, my friend. Let's find our pigeon on this side. Relax those shoulders, get your center underneath you. Begin to transfer your weight to your left leg. Maybe you grab onto your chair or to the wall as you begin to peel up with the right leg. Once again, you can hang out here. This is gorgeous. Or if you want more, cross that right ankle over the left thigh. Maybe you stay up nice and tall here, or maybe you bend through that left knee. Send the sits bones back towards the back edge of the mat and find your standing pigeon. Feel that stretch in the right hamstring and glute. See if you can actively send your sits bones back, bending through that left knee. One more breath here. Nicely done. On your next inhale, stand back up, unravel the legs, reach the fingertips up towards the sky, really reach, reach, reach. Exhale, palms come together, we slice it down the midline, find a forward fold. One last halfway lift, palms to the tops of the thighs, roll the shoulders away, gaze is straight down. Exhale, bow it down. Fingertips come to the mat. We step one foot back and then the other, coming back to a tabletop position. Curl the toes under, send the sits bones back towards the heels, reach the fingertips towards the top edge of the mat, and let your forehead bow to the earth. Maybe you keep the arms nice and active, really feel that stretch in the armpit chest, or maybe you allow them to relax down, find something more passive. One breath here, deep breath in, and a long breath out. Nice. Slowly lift your head up off of the mat, keeping your sits bones back. Now maybe you stay here. You might be already feeling it in the soles of your feet. Maybe your knees require that you stay here. You can practice this from here. Or you can start to walk your fingertips back towards your knees, lifting your torso up a little bit more and feeling that stretch in the soles of your feet. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you walk those fingertips up the thighs and find yourself in a toe stand here. You can bring the knees closer together, bring the feet closer together. See if you can find a little bit of a lift. You don't want to crash into your heels. You want to find a little bit of a lift here. Maybe bring the palms together at the heart, or maybe palms rest on your thighs. See if you can close your eyes and just experience this stretch in the soles of your feet. Nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, relax your shoulders. Maybe tick-tock your head side to side. One more breath. Deep breath in. And that long breath out. And we'll flutter the eyelashes open. Come back to our fingertips. Find our tabletop position. Swing the legs to one side, any side. Come to our seat. Beautiful. Reach the arms behind you. Lean back into the palms. Bring the feet as wide as your yoga mat. Knees shining up towards the heavens. Deep breath in. Exhale. Both knees fall to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Both knees fall to the right. Inhale back to center. And find your way to a comfortable seat of your choice. Grounding down through the sits bones, maybe bringing your hands to your feet, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, allowing yourself one moment to rest here and soften, feeling into the soles of your feet for one last moment, bringing your focus and your attention back to that part of your body. Notice how you feel. Let's take a deep breath in together. And on the exhale, we'll bring the palms together at the heart. Bow the chin to the chest, mind intelligence to the body intelligence. Maybe set an intention for yourself here, or just allow yourself to experience what your body's feeling at the end of this flow and find stillness. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I hope to see you for week 2 when we dive into Dharana and explore there. I'll see you soon, my friends.